America's food system is broken. How can it be fixed? Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Hey, let's take a quick digression into science here for a couple of minutes. Gracie Olmstead. Gracie Olmstead is on the line with us. New York Times author, journalist, contributor to the book Uprooted, Recovering the Legacy of the Places We've Left Behind. And Gracie Olmstead, GRACYOLMSTEAD, is Gracie's Twitter handle. Gracie, welcome to the program. Can our food systems be fixed?
Well, I definitely think so. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be on the show.
Thank you. So how do we do it? First of all, what's wrong with our food systems? And then, what do we need to do to fix that?
Well, one thing that we're seeing in the United States is that our food system has become incredibly efficient, which is a good thing. But that means that there's a lot of bottlenecks, a lot of monopolies, and other issues that make it really hard to get food from the farm to the consumer. And so even as we've built a very efficient food system, we've built one that is incredibly brittle. And that oftentimes means that farmers at the local level don't have a lot of diversity on their farms. They don't have a lot of resilience built into their farming models. And it's very hard for them to actually interact with the people who are buying their products. And so I argue that I think we need to do a better job of bringing back local and regional agribusinesses, kind of trying to fight some of these monopolies we see springing up around seed companies, slaughterhouses, and other food processors, and really encouraging farmers to grow a more diverse array of crops so that they're really strengthening the health of their soil as well.
So how do we do that in a system that has been largely monopolized by giant seed and pesticide and herbicide, Monsanto type companies, that the wholesale distribution of food is monopolized by a handful of companies, Cargill, ADM, et cetera, that the processing and sale of food products is now dominated by fewer than a dozen companies, control most of the products in your average supermarket. How do we do that?
Well, I definitely think that we're going to need to take a multi-pronged approach. There's definitely some national policy solutions that we need to start considering. Senator Cory Booker has actually aimed to take on some of these harmful agricultural monopolies through some bills that are aimed at antitrust legislation. And then the Justice Department and the Federal Trade Commission could also play a role by directing antitrust officers to break up the most harmful agribusiness mergers. The FTC specifically could establish fair competition rules that could also make a difference. But as Philip Howard and others have noted, we have so much monopolization that unless you see some of those moves start to spring up, it would be very difficult for competition, real healthy competition, to re-enter the marketplace.
Yeah, so it seems like a great place to start. Gracie Olmstead, the New York Times author, Uprooted, Recovering the Legacy of the Places We've Left Behind, journalist and contributor. Twitter handle is Gracie Olmstead. Gracie, thanks a lot. It's good food for thought. I really appreciate you dropping by and sharing your perspective with us.